Hey guys, it's Kelvin,
And Meg.
and we're excited today to talk to you about something very, very exciting and something that we've actually been using in our home, in our blended family, and we wanted to add some value in your family as well. But babes, when did you first hear about this new phenomena that's not longer new anymore, but this thing called ChatGPT?
ChatGPT. Well, the first time I heard about it was actually through an Instagram reel. My friend sent me the reel at near the end of 22, where Jordan Peterson was talking about ChatGPT, and I thought, whoa, wait, what? And then I started using it a lot in January of 2023. Like the first time I tested it out for myself, I was kind of blown away, and I just started using it.
I'm actually using it as well at work, but for us as a blended family, we started using the tools that this incredible piece of technology has for our blended family and helping us with our kids and different areas of our lives. And it's revolutionized our lives and it made our lives a whole lot better. And so today we wanted to just bring you this value to you to help you, because we figured if this thing is helping us, man, I know there's a lot of blended families out there that would just love this information, and it could, help them as well, babe.
Yeah, and even if you already are using it, maybe it's been introduced to you in the workplace, you may not have actually discovered how much you can use it in your everyday life. One of the things I learned after I'd been using this thing for a bit was that the prompts I use with ChatGPT are very important. If you haven't used AI, a prompt is basically the command that you give it. You tell it to create something, and the more specific you can be in your prompt, the better, because then it's going to create something that's more aligned with really what you're looking for.
Sometimes I use it to just, simple prompts as edit this, give me an extra paragraph here. Very, very simple things that, again, it's simple, but it makes a ton of difference. Once you tell it what to do, it just works.
There's a lot of prompts we can talk about. Before we get into that, there was a second thing that I found to be really helpful is threads. A thread is a new conversation. In fact, I think it might even be called in the app like a new chat, start a new chat.
Okay, yeah.
Right? But this specific thread or new chat kind of almost becomes another term in AI. It's called a model.
Okay.
And whatever you give this specific chat thread, it remembers that specific thing. So for example, if I want to plan a meal for our family, and every time I plan a menu, every time I plan a meal or look for a recipe, I'm going to want that recipe to be gluten-free, and I'm going to want it to avoid certain ingredients. So if that's going to be my thing every single time, but I don't want to have to retell AI every single time what I want to avoid. And maybe I have a specific budget every single week. I don't want to always have to tell this AI these very basic but simple parameters. And so I want to basically, when you're using threads, it's like multiple personal assistants, because you can train each one on different things. So for us, we have a thread called Family Activities. And this thread has held planning for every trip we've taken. It's held the plans for our summer vacation. And because at the beginning of this thread, I told it the ages of our kids, I didn't give them any of our kids' personal information. It's just like we have one child who's 16, we have another child who's 14, we have, that kind of thing. Now, for the rest of the time that I'm using that chat, that thread, it already knows that we have 5 children who are these ages, and it creates activities for that, specifically for us, every single time. Understanding some of just the 2 basic things about how to use ChatGPT can transform your use, because I've met people who've been using ChatGPT for 6 months or all of last year, and they still each time they open the app, they just start a new conversation. They just start another new conversation, or they put a whole bunch of everything they want to talk about into one chat thread. But they don't realize that if they had organized streams of thought for different things, they can actually just magnify the use of that. That assistant becomes just really good at their job, basically, that artificial assistant.
I think for us, because we have a blended family, because we have 5 kids, life can be hectic, life can be busy, and having an AI, a ChatGPT, is basically like having a personal assistant who can help you with, again, meal planning, vacation ideas, activities. Here's another one that personally ChatGPT helps me with as well, is communicating with an ex. If you're in a blended family and you probably have an ex, sometimes you have an ex who might be in a good relationship with an ex, or maybe you have an ex who may not be a high conflict ex, and sometimes you're trying to write, whether it's a text message or whether it's an email or whether it's a very some kind of legal document. When I was going through my situation a couple years ago, this is stuff that I will hire lawyers for and pay $300 an hour. Now with something like ChatGPT, with again a personal assistant, man, you can be so professional with your messages. You can remove the element of the emotion and the mistake of saying things you didn't really want me to say that could end up hurting you later on. Man, having a ChatGPT can really help you be super efficient in your communication. And so again, it's a tool that can be used to really help you, and it's helped us, and that's the reason why we
so say, just for as an example, what you've brought up is just invaluable, because somebody could use it in the workplace. They could use it anytime. They need to be able to communicate really professionally, really well, in a way that represents them well, and in a way that's like collaborative and moves something forward instead of turning into like a circular argument or whatever. So say you get a really inflammatory email and it's even giving you a stomach ache to read that email. You could take that entire email, copy and paste it into ChatGPT and say, could you give me the main points of this email? It'll spit out the main points of that email. Then you can say, all right, here's kind of how I want to respond. And you can write in your own words, I would like to address this, or this is how I think, we should handle this. And, now take my notes and help me word my email to be diplomatic, collaborative,
coherent,
and kind, coherent, right? Without a bunch of negative emotion. You want to take that out of it. And you can, then it'll spit back a draft that you could then take and maybe tweak a little bit, but basically it's become a copywriter for you in that moment. And then you can communicate in a way that is productive and constructive. That's the word I'm looking for. And doesn't actually, because you don't want to have to deal, especially if somebody's really inflammatory, you don't have to deal with them over and over and over. You want to be able to be very efficient in your communication and not drag it out.
Well, the thing about having an assistant is that, very simple task. Again, where should you eat? What fun activities are available in the area? When we went to Breckenridge, which is in the mountain, beautiful mountains here in Colorado. Oh my gosh. We found some places that the kids absolutely enjoyed. And we found a video game place, a place where we had gelato. I mean, it was just amazing. So again, hotel recommendations, there's just on and on and on and on. Now, you can do this yourself and spend literally 8-12 hours, or you can just ask chat, and in less than 20 seconds, it'll spit that thing out for you.
That's why we love this. Like you said, you could go on Google and you could Google everything, right? Or you could use ChatGPT or Bard, which is Google's AI, which is really fantastic for planning and choosing hotels and all these things. And then within seconds, you've got the best rated options. You've got, a suggestion. I think I planned the menu for the entire week the day before, about 10 minutes before I ordered groceries. Because suddenly I remembered, shoot, we need a menu for the week. We need a meal plan for the week. And so I just went into the thread where I do all menu planning, and I asked for it to plan a menu where ingredients would be simple. We would be in Breckenridge, Colorado, and we would, it already has our family count and everything. And I would want to have all the food for the entire week come under a certain budget. So within seconds, I had the list, and then I can say, okay, this looks good, or change this, change that, but it really looked good to me. So then I could say, all right, put my grocery list together, organized by department, so that when I could go in and place my grocery order, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to this section for this section, and it was just so quick. So quick, because you and I, or like if we're anyone who has a big family or a blended family or just a family in general, we say blended family because we are a blended family, like you don't have hours to go to the grocery store when you have 5 kids and you're trying to plan a vacation and you have a very busy life and they have busy schedules. Like, it's just not going to happen.
That's why you need an assistant. My wife teaches a masterclass in this stuff, guys, and because of that, she was able to put something together just for blended families, to help blended families figure out how, even something as simple as how to even set up an account. Because you might be hearing us talk about ChatGPT and AI, and you're saying, I don't even know where to go. I don't even know how to set up an account. We got you. We got you covered.
That's right.
Listen up. Should I show them the few resources?
Yes, absolutely. Let's talk about this resource.
Bam, here it is, guys.
There's some specific chapters to talk about this part of meal planning, and then there's travel and communication tips. But then there's just some random things that we have really found it useful for, like a remodeling project where you need to be able to come up with a plan and the budget and how all of that could be organized, what should be done first, just to create an entire remodeling plan and budget scope. It's been helpful for that. Just lots of kind of random uses that you would never really think about until you're really starting to use it. And this is designed to kind of get your brain working, and you'll come up with even new ways to use it to help you be more efficient.
Yeah, you can either hire a personal assistant, or you can download the how-tos and train this AI to serve you, to serve your family, to make you more efficient in your home and more efficient in what you do, and really maximize everything that you can do as a family. And that's why we put this thing together. As it's helped us, we wanted to help you guys. So check it out.
This resource is not going to be free indefinitely. It's free right now at the recording of this video and the time that we're posting it. January 2024, we wanted to do a New Year's gift to you, and that's why we created this. But it will only be free for a limited amount of time, for the month of January, and then it will go into our shop. So we really hope that you're going to take advantage of this resource and start using AI just to improve your productivity, your planning, your ability to save time and even save money, so that you can be more intentional with your spouse and your kids, and you can free up some time where you can be with them and to be less stressed.
Yeah. And just remove all the fear about AI, about ChatGPT. I personally believe that we use an AI every day, and sometimes we're not even aware of it. So just allow this technology to make things easier for you and push you forward. and especially with your family, your spouse, your kids. That's what we want for you, all the good we want
Yes.
for you. So
Yes, all the good ways. We do believe this is here to stay. So the best thing you can do is really learn how to harness it as a tool. The sooner you really learn to use new technology, the better.
Yep. Well, guys, thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you for your time. Go ahead and download those resources that we put on there for you. Again, it's a limited time. It's not going to be there forever. So get it for free while it's hot, while it's popping. Just go get it. Thank you so much for being here. We hope to see you again soon. Stay safe.